Myself Pooja Bhan. Today's date is 6th of April 2022. Today's video topic: difference between MySQL and SQL. SQL extends a structured query language. SQL is a standard language that enables the user to design and manage database. On the other hand, MySQL is a relational database management system that allows us, a user, to store and retrieve data from the database. MySQL uses SQL to perform specific operations on the database. Both MySQL and SQL offer two trendy and differentiable server. MySQL server and SQL server for database management. Let's understand the difference between MySQL and SQL server. The first is developers. SQL is developed by Microsoft Corporation and named as Microsoft SQL Server, that is MS SQL. On the other hand, MySQL is developed by Oracle Corporation. Its name is combo pack of My under co-founder of daughter's name and a structured query language, that is SQL. Availability: MySQL is open source software which is available free to all. In contrast, SQL is not an open source software and hence is not available for free of cost. Then what is difference between MySQL and SQL? SQL extends for structured query language. SQL is a standard language that enables the user to design a managed database. On the other hand, MySQL is a relational database management system that allows a user to store and retrieve data from the database. MySQL uses to perform specific operation on the database. Both MySQL and SQL offer two trendy and differentiable servers. MySQL server and SQL server for database management. Let's understand the difference between MySQL and SQL. Developer: SQL is developed by Microsoft Corporation and named as Microsoft SQL Server, and hence that is named under or co-founder daughter's name and structured query language, that is SQL. Availability: MySQL is open software where SQL is not open source software. Time consumption in data restoration: MySQL consumes a high amount of time for data restoration because it extends multiple SQL statements altogether, while MS SQL makes less effort and time to restore a huge amount of data. Canceling query execution: MySQL does not provide the facility to stop or cancel a query at its execution time. To do so, the user needs to cancel the whole process. Unlike MySQL, the MS SQL server provides the features to truncate a query and its execution time without disturbing or cancelling the entire process. Software stack component: the enterprise can select various editions of MS SQL according to the user requirements for the project. On the other hand, MySQL is used by many web applications developers as a component of LAMP stack. Then editions. There are two editions available in MySQL. The user can either use MySQL Community Server or MySQL Enterprise Server. In various specialized editions, the user can select from the web, enterprises, standard or express editions of SQL. Multilingual. MySQL is available only in English language. In contrast, SQL is available in many different languages. Then syntax of SQL is easy to use and implement. On the other hand, MySQL syntax is little bit typical to use and implement. MySQL versus SQL. Let us understand some of the big difference between MySQL and SQL. Definition: MySQL is the popular open source database available in the market. which is developed by the Swedish company MySQL AB. SQL structured query language is a programming language that is used for managing our relational database. Purpose: MySQL is used for data handling, storing, deleting, and updating the data in tabular form. And SQL it is used to query and operate the database. Updates: MySQL is a software, so it gets frequent updation. The current stable version is V8.0.2.20, which is provides 2 times faster speed than the previous version. Whereas SQL is a programming language, that's why it does not get any updates. Its command or statements always fixed and remain the same. And that's all about it. Thank you.